Well, does your energy level drop around this time every day in the afternoon? Well, it is a documented problem called the midday slump. Well, Robin Marin from Yoga SRQ is here with ways to fix our fatigue and get us energized for the rest of the day. Robin, this is exactly what I need right now, especially coming back from vacation. Okay. We're feeling the slump. So, all right, a lot of us, we would like to find a yoga class in the middle of the day, but that's just not always possible. Yeah. So what can we do?
Well, just like food, you can have just a yoga snack. It can just be a few minutes. But the most important thing, we can all stretch and we all can feel good by stretching, but the most important thing about yoga is the breath connection. So I want you to think about, you know when you see your physician put the little stethoscope in the ears and then he puts a little disc on your chest and you can almost see the eyes are just listening. So that's the first thing you need to do, is to listen for your own breath the way a doctor would listen for your heartbeat. You have to just take a moment, and if we could just do that right now. You just feel the cool air coming in your nose. You feel the warm air coming out. And just take a few, just even like 10 seconds to do that.
It's so funny. It's something that we do all day, but when you stop and think about it, it really does calm you down. Well,
you know, we come out of the mommy, they spank us on the butt, we start crying, we breathe, and then unless we have a cold or some sort of lung condition, we don't have to think about breathing. It's automatic. So when you do think about breathing, you actually can't think about anything else. You can't think about your work, you can't think about like, where did I leave that white blouse at the dry cleaner? You can't think about anything. So it's actually a little break for your brain.
Like meditation.
Like meditation.
I like it. Oh.
So you could be anywhere. The idea is, the concept I want to share is that yoga is where you are. It's not where your yoga teacher is, it's not where your mat is, it's not where your studio is, it's where you are. At your desk, lying down, in a dentist chair, on an airplane. If you have control over your breath, you can have control over your brain, and we all need a little bit of break from our devices, noise,
just life in
general.
So if we're sitting at our desk and breathing, what are some stretches that we could do?
Well, you know, we're born like this in the fetal position, and we do a lot of work like this. For the first thing I want to do is just talk about our shoulders and open up our rib cage. So you can either just hold the base of your chair, you can hold the back of your chair. What I really like to do is to get up and find a threshold of a door. You can just stand in the bathroom threshold and just stand there. Now the thing you want to do is you just want to go back to that listening breath. And
it's amazing. Just listen as you're talking. I'm just talking.
You might want to just
talk.
Yes. Yeah. But it is. You can. It's easier to breathe when you open up your chest.
And you want to make it audible, a little bit kind of sonorous. So you want to draw the breath in, like you're dragging the breath in.
I feel so relaxed.
And then let the exhale happen like that as well. All the while keeping that listening breath going on. Another place that we get really tight is in our backs. So you could either use a desk, a counter, wherever you are, a wall. If you all want to get up, we could just maybe push our chairs away. And you can just hold onto the desk like this. You want to widen your stance, at least as wide as your feet, wide as your hips, and then bend your legs, and then just put your hands lightly. See if you can get your head in line with your arms.
Okay.
And the concept is, the more you breathe, the more you're going to feel. So you breathe first, you'll feel it, and then potentially you can heal it. And I know the word heal is a big word, but you might just heal a little bit of stress that's happening in the back. A couple more breaths there.
You're going to walk into our newsroom and everyone is going to be doing
I know. It feels so good to stretch.
We need it.
And then as you come up, you can do that a couple of times. Always remember to keep your legs bent when you do that. It'll alleviate the back. Another place that people get tight are in the hips. Now, you can either you can actually circle out your hips like this, one at a time. Now, you want to think, you don't want to be looking at your cell phone while you're doing this, right? And you don't want to be talking to somebody or writing a note. You actually want to be in the moment. So think about moving your body like you move your breath. Or as you maybe paint the breath onto your body, or like a violin bow along the strings, okay? Maybe try the other side. And then go back to that breath, the listening eyes and the listening ears of the breath. Another one you can do if you need a little bit bigger hip stretch is you can lean back, use your counter again, use your wall, lift your leg up. You can either put it high on the thigh, you can modify just like that, and then you want to sit back. Rather than pushing your knee forward, it's a hinge at the hip. And then sometimes there are sister cities in stretching. You'll aim to stretch one place and you'll shove the stress to somewhere else. So you want to make sure your face is soft. You go back to those listening ears, relaxing your shoulders.
Robin, this is great. Now, you also have because we're all in our computer so much, you also have a little hack that can help relax us. Tell us about it.
Hack and computers really actually don't really go together, but it's like a little life tip. So I'm always forgetting my passwords. We have passwords for everything. And I'm always really frustrated because I have to reset my passwords all the time. And I was thinking, how can I remember my passwords? Well, I'll make them meaningful. So, like a mantra. Now, a mantra in yoga is a thought that protects the thinker. It can be, I will, I'll do, I am. But one of mine was, I trust and have faith. So every time my computer shut down, my password was, I trust and have faith.
Oh.
I trust and have faith.
We can get into your computer.
I trust and have faith. And I always remember that. Now, let's say you can't remember your mantra, your password. In your phone, under, let's say, whatever account it is, it's a, Bank of America or Google or wherever you shop, you just put ITAHF. I trust and have faith. Right. That's your little cue to remember your password. And then you can add some numbers. Now, if you want to change your password, you can have a couple of them. And we all know that the words that we say to ourselves are some of the most important words we can ever hear. And they inspire us and they encourage us. And speaking of Italy, I can't use this password now because I'm going to share it with you, but my new password is, I am going to Italy in 2016.
I like that.
Every time I open my computer, I am going to Italy in 2016, or I need more peace and patience in my life. That is actually a password, and that's a thought that protects the thinker.
It is so great, and the number of times you enter in your password, it's great to repeat
great
that yourself. These are great tips. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you for
more
having me
info,
today.
if you would like to take any of the classes, if you can get away from work and actually take one of Robin's classes, you want to go to yogasrq.com.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Robin. Next, Manatee Players is here with a preview of their new season.